Welcome to VFSN. I'm Chris DeMarco with Lefty McGovern and Dan Schifrin, and you're watching the Valley Forge Disc Golf League.
Here we go, the final matchup of opening day, the Milkyway Galaxy versus the newcomers, the Badlands Bandits. Conditions are very fair. Our players are going to be looking at a mixed layout here, mostly silver to blue holes. And when you have a short pad to a long pin layout, there's going to be a lot of straightforward tee shots with very difficult to access greens.
Milky Way Galaxy, opening day, let's get it. There's me, GM, back again. Jacob Bliss, first round pick, second overall. Super pumped to have this talent on our team. Matt Lawson, acquired him in a trade from GM David Wang. Look out.
Two tier ones on that team. On the other side of the tee, we got the newcomers, the Badlands Bandits, led by number 31, the first overall pick, Michael Scardino. In the number 2, they've got number 1-2, Willem Klein, a good friend of Scardino. Love that synergy. Speaking of synergy, Tim Gabert, another forehand player. You're going to see a ton of left to right dominance from this team. And of course, their GM, Brian Roeder, working crew today.
Yeah, Roeder being on crew is definitely a cool dynamic to keep your eyes on. I think that he'll be able to do a great job coaching his team through these holes today.
Yeah, hopefully they understand the way this game is played. We've got 6 teams in the league with a 4-player roster. 3 teammates play each week, and it's a 10-game season. We're going to dive in a little bit more into the tier system and how that works after the tee shots on hole 2. Let's step into game 1. Hole 1, par 3, 234 feet, starting it off with his left to right shot. Very attackable hole. We saw both teams start off with a birdie last week. It's going to be important to get the early lead here in this game, guys. We got a lot of newcomers to the league in this matchup.
We all know how excited Jacob was to come out here for the first time and really show all of us what he's made of. We've heard the rumors, and they seem to be true. Look at that.
Yeah, beautiful shot from Jacob Bliss, getting the Galaxy to about 30 feet.
A whole other team, buddy.
No doubt Lefty's excited after the Galaxy select Jacob's shot there. Getting things started for the Badlands Bandits, we got Michael Scardino. This team, of course, led by Brian Roeder. Let's meet the general manager.
My name is Brian Roeder, General Manager of the Badlands Bandits. I've been playing sports in general with the DeMarco family and brothers specifically for about 3 decades now, and I know how seriously they take competition. So to be given a chance to create my own team and identity is a big opportunity for me and something I'm really excited about. I think my favorite part about being a general manager was getting a chance to hop in the saddle in the creative process involved in making the motifs for the teams. And I've always had a natural love of the American Southwest and Manifest Destiny era. The idea of cowboys and outlaws really has always fascinated me. And I think with Badlands Bandits, I really found a bit of a home. Really looking forward to my team for the 2022 season. On my team this year, we have Mike, it's not delivery, it's Scardino. We have Willem, will run the basket, if so inclined, Klein. And of course, Timothy Cadweb-back Gabert. In general, if you know me in the Valley Forge crew, I've never been the most competitive player. I would say what I took forward when making this team most seriously was making sure that what I brought to the table was good vibes for the rest of my team to have a chance to rise to the occasion if they so desire.
He
still goes.
No, not yet. Chris, we going for a bit of a Family Guy thing here, or what?
It's so funny how it's not funny until it's too long, but there's that moment where it's just too long. Michael Scardino, a little bit of pressure on that shot. You know, a lot of the guys in the league watched the league last year. They know how hard it is to get back strokes in this format. Triple scramble, 3v3, selecting the best shot at every lie. And it's hard to do better than that.
Incredible jumper there from Scardino.
Wow, big hit early.
Opening up the Badlands season with a circle 2 jumper for the birdie.
Here we go, 31. Absolute cash on the pro side.
Looked like he almost missed it.
And if you notice there, he's tied for the lead in the league with circle 2 putts. So he's already off to a great start. We haven't seen that many yet.
He's already tied. That's
Already tied for the lead.
In week 1.
It's like Jacob's going to tie that number as well.
Jacob Bliss with a big putt. And again, you can't underestimate the amount of pressure stepping into this moment. He's never played in this format before, so to see him step up, not only to hit that putt, to hit high pro side with that much confidence.
No doubt.
Definitely a big statement. Hole 2, par 3, 306. Difficult hole to get access to. You can see how tight the tunnel is. And after you get through that tunnel, you got to get under this little tree here. You can squeak around on the right side, but if you come in on a big hyzer, you're going to skip down that hill. Galaxy again selecting number 18, shot off of the tee.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh, that's bad, he says.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty easy to pick shots when you have Jacob on your team.
After getting really lucky on the right side, the local route, nearly hits the pole as he skips along.
After Jacob did that, he was like, I don't know what that was. Willem Klein stepping up to the tee. Very forehand dominant player, but man, can he just bend lines in these woods.
A little hyzer flip turnover.
That's going to be a long putt for the Bandits. We'll see if Scardino can knock that one in. He's sitting at the top of the leaderboard on the Bandits side at the tier 1 spot. Lefty, talk about these rosters, man.
Yeah, Chris, you see we got Jacob at the top. He's our tier 1 pick this year. Phenomenal player. Matt Lawson, another tier 1. We scooped him up in a trade. I know our team looks a little bit top heavy compared to the Bandits, who have a more traditional 1, 2, 3, 4 look. Scardino was the first overall pick. Everyone's excited to see what he can do. Love to see all the new guys out there.
Yeah, and of course these tiers are determined by PDGA ratings, so really you can kind of get a good look there. Mike Scardino, 940 player at the top. Going all the way down to Lefty, we kind of estimate him to be about an 850 rated player in the tier 4.
Tim, great attempt.
Just wide from Gabur there. Let's see if Jacob Bliss can just keep this train rolling. This isn't normally a difficult putt for players of his caliber, so if he can hit this one, it's showing that the pressure is not affecting his game. It's like you said last year, Lefty. You think Milkyway Galaxy does not experience nerves?
No, we don't have nerves.
What nerves?
What nerves? Jacob Bliss, just 2 solo birdies off the bat. Absolute cash. 100% usage rate so far for the Galaxy. This kid is on fire. Let's go. Par 3, 320. Hole 3 is left to right shot uphill. Difficult one to access. Hard to get a 2 here. Now, Dan, we just took a look at the rosters there. Talk about what it takes to get into the playoffs for each tier. Obviously, each tier has different responsibilities. What's kind of your take on that breakdown for each team?
Right. Well, it's just to be clear up front, the tiers are a very loose approximation of skill level and usage, and generally the lower tier players want to be as clean off the tee as possible, hit as many fairways as possible, and honestly be as aggressive from circle 2 as possible to relieve some of that pressure from the top tier players. And you know, the more big shots that the lower tier players are hitting, the more big shots there are going to be from the team in total, because you know that the tier 1s and tier 2s are going to be pulling their own weight, and that's just going to make for a more complete team.
Yeah, very true. When you don't see every shot being thrown, it's hard to lose sight of just how important the lower tier guys are. It's really about building from the ground up. So even if you're seeing, let's say, Matt Lawson shot off the tee there, if Letty can kind of get one to circle 2, Lawson knows he can be a little bit more aggressive. Stepping into hole 4, par 3, 325 feet. Playing silver to silver, hidden basket. Kind of a couple different options here, but at the end of the day, you just got to keep the disc nice and flat coming down the back end of the hill. And it's week 3 at Warwick. If you haven't seen that drone go down, you've been missing out.
Get around.
Lawson displaying just how many different angles you can go. A little forehand turnover.
A little more turn out of it.
That's going to be a putt, though.
But I think that's way right of where I need to be.
Yeah, this is one of those tee shots that no one ever knows where the disc landed in relation to the basket.
Yeah.
but anywhere is a makeable putt for Scardino, that's for sure.
When you're lefty McGovern.
Oh, yeah, or yeah.
Great up shot from lefty. A longer look than I expected for the Bandits here. Let's see if Scardino can...
Come on.
Wow.
And yeah, we saw
Scardino can.
Scardino can.
Let me just finish my
Scardino
statement
can.
and say Scardino can.
Wow. Michael Scardino. 2 for 2 from Circle 2 so far this season. Getting things started off well, leaving his GM hanging on the fist pound.
He has now doubled the amount of Circle 2 putts, our previous leaders had, so...
Yes. Those are numbers.
And that was
a 50-footer.
That was great, but again, I might be a little biased, a little far to the left.
A little bit biased. Lefty, as a lefty, you should know the left side is pro side. Nice cash from Lefty McGovern on the AM side of the basket, if I'm not mistaken. There. So 4 holes down, guys. We got -2 to -2. Beautiful day out there. Scardino's hitting big putts. Jacob's just throwing down amazing disc golf off the bat. Tournament style play there. What are you guys thinking of the action so far?
I think that what we expected to see from these newcomers is definitely playing out right in front of us. We knew they were good. They're showing that they're good. They're showing that they're not nervous, and they're ready to jump into this huge competition this season.
Yeah, speaking of jump, Mike Scardino hitting 2 big jumpers early. Scardino, what is going on with the putters out there, man? Talk to us.
Man, we're just trying to keep up with the young prodigy out there. He's making a lot of big drives, making a lot of big putts, so we got to do whatever we can to keep it close.
Yeah, hard to keep up with the young prodigy. Jacob, you hit 2 big putts earlier. How you feeling out there?
I'm feeling good. My putts feeling on. Definitely felt good to counter those 2 big putts by Scardino.
Jacob Bliss, just an absolute legend. I think it's no secret we're huge Jacob Bliss fans over here. Hole 5, par 4, 362. Pretty iconic hole. There's so many beautiful shots here at Warwick, and just like Dan said, when you're playing the short tee to the long basket, you're often going to see straightforward tee shots and nestled away greens. Really interesting decision to make here coming into this green with that little bit of OB there. You'll see all types of creativity.
What's up, fans?
Lefty, we've talked about this.
Lefty.
Talk about a league strike. That's true.
Lefty McGovern.
What's up, pants?
Talking while Tim Gabert is clearly on the tee. Now, Lefty, I don't mean to ambush you on coverage like this, but this is your 3rd league strike. Your first one came from eating too many meatballs in my basement one day. You took a nap and got cranky and yelled at your brother. Your 2nd league strike came from forgetting to film an interview. Now you've got 3. Are you gonna try to contest this? I mean, this is troubling for the Galaxy here.
I respect the higher ups here, the board of trustees. I know that they'll make the right decision, and know that there was no malice in this. And I expect to be just given a slap on the wrist.
Fully exonerated of these charges. So it sounds like Lefty will be contesting the league strike. If his appeal does not go through, he will owe the entire league a box of Cracker Jacks. Now, Lefty, you've got a game next Thursday, so we'll see how you decide to handle that. The board's going to have to make a decision quickly.
What an eventful opening day. 2 league strikes. I mean, a lot of great disc golf. Can't ask for
much more. Yeah, folks, I want to reiterate, we only had about 4 league strikes as a whole last season. 2 of them, of course, going to Travis Rollins, 1 going to Lefty. He earned his first one back in 2020. So it's rare to see this many.
Just goes to show, 2nd season of the VFDGL, we're bigger, we're badder, and we're better.
And we're Badlandsier.
Yeah.
Great effort from Jacob Bliss. Obviously, he meant to skip that one off and try to get it into the basket, as he almost did. Tim Gabert, we've talked about it quite a bit already. The Bandits really have those left-to-right shots covered. Willem and Tim, both forehand dominant players. And then you've got Mike Scardino, who's going lefty backhand, righty forehand. So look for them to get birdies on holes like this.
Great putt from Lefty there.
Yeah, that was all the way in. Clean, all the way, no doubt.
The Bandits parred after I just made that whole big to-do about their left-to-right shots. That's really interesting.
Love to see Tim there with 2 shots in a row. Former Galaxyman.
Hole 6, par 3, 378. A little bit of a narrow gap to hit here, and it does hyzer out probably about 160 down this hill from the gap, but goes pretty downhill the whole way. Just hit the gap hard, good nose angle, good hyzer, and you can find yourself in circle 2 for a nice downhill putt. Jacob Bliss, of course, has the potential to just get under the basket here and put this game away. He kind of took the left side gap there. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Left side gap with a bit of anhyzer. You think he did that on purpose?
Yeah, I think he was trying to use the height and angle of the disc to get as much stall and leftward movement as possible. That was a really beautiful shot from Liz.
Yeah, that's so smart. If you look, it really opens up a bit more on that left side of that gap there.
Yeah. And trying to throw a power hyzer around the right side just takes so much more power than just, splitting the gap up the middle.
To tie.
Tim Gabur doing his best Chris DeMarco impression.
Yeah, you love to see a Gabur with the ability to just run one. Let's see if the Galaxy can just get an extra stroke. We know strokes are going to be big coming down the stretch.
Lawson trying to pitch it up over that tree, but it's a good layup.
Yeah, crucial putt for the Bandits there. Unfortunate to start off your day with a loss, but only losing 1 stroke of separation still puts you in a pretty good spot.
Got that one. It's my shot too. I know. Look at you getting uncovered.
See how they can handle that going into game 2. Now let's talk about Matt Lawson, lefty. Trav, what do you have to say to the Galaxy after that dub?
It's a good showing to start, honestly. I mean, I don't think they really have much on the Tundra, but...
I can't believe I paused to let Travis Rollins speak. What a mistake.
What a mistake.
Just kidding, Travis. We love you. Please answer my calls. So, lefty, Matt Lawson. He's in an interesting position this year. There's not as much pressure on him with List being such a high-rated Tier 1. How do you think that's going to affect his play?
Yeah, I think he fits perfectly with the rest of the Galaxy and just the style of play that we want to play this year. And he was a great steal. I love to have him on my team. He throws those really great forehand shots. Like you said, Chris, the pressure's going to be off him a little bit, but we are going to have to rely heavily on him.
I'd love to hear that. Yeah, if we can see a bit more from Lawson in game 2, it should be an even further lead for you guys, playing really well out there. Dan, on the other side of the tee, Scardino hot with the putter, but Bandits missing hole 4 there, which I think is a crucial hole for them. What did you think about their play?
Yeah, you got to think they lost the game on that hole. A huge advantage on that hole with the lineup they had, the left to right shots at their disposal, and they let that one get away from them. And they're just going to need to be a little sharper off the tee and on the green to keep up with Jacob Bliss and the rest of the Galaxy.
Yeah, we just need to see a little more consistency off the tee across the board. I agree with that. Lawson playing really well down there. First year in the league. How you feeling?
Yeah, I think it's important, and it was definitely a confidence builder for the team owner. Team owner's making some savvy moves early on. Obviously, it's already led to an early season win, so we're definitely excited for what the rest of the season has in store.
Yo, the rest of the league needs to take notes. Because Matt Lawson gives a heck of an interview, huh, guys?
Yeah. Oh my God, so professional.
Hole 1, par 3, 280. Uphill shot, but it does have quite a bit of distance, and that natural right-hand backhand is kind of blocked by that tree on the right side. So you kind of either got to attack it up the gut or really swing one with about 360, 380 of distance around the right side. Jacob obviously has a heck of an arm. He's looking to go wide here.
There was a lot of talk before we stepped up to this tee about Jacob's distance on this hole. Scott DeMarco giving him a little bit of razz, talking about he couldn't make it up the hill, this or that, but looks like he did pretty good.
Yeah, I believe the stakes were that Jacob said he could make it inside the circle from silver to blue with 5 tries. That's going to be a little bit of bonus footage on social media, spoiler alert. I'm going to be posting that on social. We had Jacob throw that shot, so feel free to weigh in down below. Let us know if you think he can do it.
And not to be overlooked, he did just stick circle 1 with a full, pretty much a spike hyzer. So.
Yeah, pure hyzer. Willem Klein looking to get things started off for the Bandits after that loss in game 1.
Haven't seen Will a lot today in this video, but that is beautiful looking.
Big putt, and just love the confidence, walking it down. Let's see that again. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There was no doubt.
Right out of the hand, and the Bandits have now put in 3 putts from inside circle 2. Dan, like you said, if they can just clean it up a bit off of the tee here in this game, they can take down the Galaxy. Lefty, I know you don't want to hear that. Stepping into hole 2, par 4, 737 feet. Blue to blue, absolute monster. If you can get one to the mouth with accuracy and enough distance, that's an incredible shot, leaving yourself still about 150, 200 to go here. So lots of different ways to chop this one up. At the end of the day, it's going to take a lot of distance, a lot of accuracy. Jacob Bliss is getting ready on the tee.
We mentioned this last week, just an absolute dream hole. Big bomb off the tee that requires accuracy, and just an awesome green to attack, a beautiful river surrounding it, just very picturesque and very challenging.
Championship level hole built by some championship level disc golfers in Steve Brinster and the rest of the crew. Willem Klein. Not a lot of distance on that shot compared to some of the other ones we've seen here on opening day, but it lines him up well. You can see him up ahead on the fairway. Galaxy got a lot to bite off here.
Jacob going with a nuke forehand. Really big ground action. Skips up to a pretty decent spot to get an up and down for the par.
Yeah, I would say that's about as good as you can do without going with some kind of crafty backhand flex hyzer thing.
I think that laying up in front of that water is the right play.
Speaking of backhand flex turnover hyzer things.
Tim going with his flippy Maverick. I believe it's the one he aced with. And just sticks circle 2.
Let's take another look at this beautiful shot from number 17. He was on the Galaxy last year. He did not get re-signed to the team. He's looking to come out and make a statement here, putting that right to Michael Scardino's range. Bandits with 3 putts from circle 2 on the day.
Here we go, Mike.
Let's see if Scardino can make some more magic happen on the green.
Michael Scardino licking his chops.
Scardino can.
What an incredible putting performance from Michael Scardino here on opening day for the Badlands Bandits. I mean, this is just incredible to see. We didn't really see our fullest potential as a league on the greens yet so far, so it's nice to see Scardino really stepping up for all of us.
Yeah, I think as the day went on, everyone was waiting. When are we going to see the big putts? Well, here they are.
Scardino now has 3 circle 2 putts himself. The Bandits have 4. Hole 3, par 4, 633 feet. I think it's more important to hook up left off of this shot so you can try to get into the best position possible to attack another heavily crowded green. This is another one of those tucked away blue baskets. Really creative, really tricky, really hidden, and just so tough to get a clean putt.
It got wild real quick.
Yeah, it doesn't work too well in disc golf.
What are you two talking about down there?
Beats me.
Nice.
Willem flipping something over with a forehand. Finishing high up on the hill. That'll give the Bandits a clean look to attack the green.
There it is. Yeah, I'm sure.
And this looks like more of what you're looking for. Jacob doesn't even watch it finish.
Wow.
I might want to ask you.
That is an absolute smash that's making me rethink this hole. Granted, I don't have Jacob Bliss's distance. I think you do want to just kind of push it straighter rather than left. It really opens you up with a better angle to attack the green here.
Get
Crafty little forehand turnover from Lawson, but turns it over a bit too much, kind of digs it into the ground. And the GM gives a good run on the basket for the birdie 3. I don't think a single team was able to secure this 3, even with 3 players on their team showing just how hard this hole is.
good.
I believe we saw a bunch of really good tee shots from all of the teams. Just goes to show how difficult it is to stick this green and how difficult that approach shot is.
We saw how swampy it was. Maybe that played a little bit into that hole.
Hole 4, par 3, 301 feet. Pick your poison, left or right. Left side is going to give you a little bit more clean access off the tee, but you can see how much the right side opens up. And of course, the hill plays well to the backhand hyzer. We're going to see a wide variety of options here. This is kind of a funky card. I mean, apart from Jacob, you've got a lot of forehand dominance on this whole card. Even Lawson is mostly a forehand guy. That one looks a bit high.
Over some of them. Oh, almost like silver.
Almost spikes down on the silver basket there.
Lawson lining one up on the left side.
This hole, it looks like it was made for him. This kid dialed in.
Parks it.
That's a nice on. Didn't really have a great look at that one, but an absolute park job from Matt Lawson.
Another long bid from Willem. Wasn't to be.
My spot.
Chris, let's talk about some pro comparisons for a sec. If you had to pick a couple pros that represent these two teams the best, who do you think you're gonna go
I
with?
love that. All right, we got the Milkyway Galaxy versus the Badlands Bandits. Let's start off with the Galaxy, the first team ever created here on Valley Forge Sports Network. Galaxy are all about swagger, all about confidence. They're loud, they're crazy. I would say off rip, I'm getting some Drew Gibson-y vibes. He's a very swaggy player, hits a lot of big shots.
Yeah.
Gotta mention Kale LaVisca though, because Galaxy are also known for that kind of athletic vibe. Kale, one of the more athletic players on tour, I would say. On the other side of the tee, the Bandits, kind of hard to describe the Bandits. I mean, very quirky, kind of different sort of team, but still can hit some big shots. I'm getting some 2017 Ricky Wysocki vibes from the Bandits before he started riding helicopters everywhere. I'm getting maybe some Chris Dickerson vibes from the Bandits, you know, another absolute shooter on tour. But Lefty, I absolutely love that. We might need to do a whole video of comparisons.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
Scardino, probably the worst shot we've seen off of the tee for the Bandits, but I don't know if it matters when you can just do that. What was that, Lefty? Beautiful pole touch from Michael Scardino. Again, the shortest drive we've seen from any of our teams here on this hole, but
As a fan and a gentleman, I love the look of that shot. As the opposing GM, pretty scary stuff.
Skip. I just wish there was more skip play today. The grass is just too wet for too much.
I got it. Yep.
so guys, with 6 birdies on this hole, you know, is that a mistake by the commissioner? Is it kudos to our players? I mean, we're looking for separation out here. Hole 6 is a beast. We know it well. But what do you guys think about that? 6 birdies on the same hole, no separation.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping to see a lot more people push for the eagle on that hole. It's a big, wide open downhill bomb, and we've got a lot of big bombers in the league. I think every team had a look, you know, a strong run at it at least, but just a bunch of birdies across the board. Who knows? It's, I don't know how to finish that.
That's okay. That's okay, Dan. I'm going to leave that in. I hope that's all right with you. Matthew Lawson, forehand shot. He was smart to try to get a ton of turn out of that, but that is going to be pinched off. And, I mean, if you're still watching at this hole, I mean, these are the dedicated fans watching here on hole 6. Yeah. So don't even worry about it. Timothy Gabur.
Let's go. Come on, back.
Flipping up his beast to a pretty serviceable spot there.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit pinched off, but this is in prime time real estate. He got it just far enough to be on the flat part of the hill.
Look at that sunset in the background. What a day.
Interesting decision to don this hood here.
Yeah, I believe at this point the temperatures were dropping. It was getting a bit chilly, like high 40s.
Wow. Okay, so the Galaxy are really in a tricky spot. I assume that Jacob probably tried to go absolutely colossal off of the tee. So the Galaxy find himself in a tricky position. This hole coming in at 900 feet, it is possible to get crafty and save a par from back there. Talking about craftiness as Matt throws the third shot for the Galaxy. I'm excited to see him play at Greystone Woods next week, guys. He's a wizard in the woods.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons why I felt like he was a must-have on my team this year. I know the kid's a dog. I know he loves to play all these courses around New Jersey and New York, but Greystone is where I think we'll really see him shine. As if we didn't see him shine today,
Yeah,
which we did.
A big part of our season is going to be at Greystone, so we're going to see a lot of players kind of strut their stuff there, hit some really tight lines, and it's going to be some really, really sweet woods golf.
Galaxy with an interesting chance to save the birdie 4 here.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. Good job, buddy.
Good upshot.
Let's go.
Scardino stepping up to the lie with a chance to put the Badlands Bandits on his back.
Can he
win this game?
Can he?
Come on. Scardino?
It's clear he can.
Oh my goodness.
It's clear he can.
He created a reputation for himself that day as someone you do not want to see walk up to a lie anywhere close to the basket.
And for him to do it in a red jersey. Every disc in his bag is blue. His towel is blue. Like, the bag itself is blue.
Wow.
Color is important to a lot of these players.
Complete opposition to his identity, but he just goes out there and he owns it.
Matt Lawson putting one in from the edge of the circle. Now that is an easy putt to miss right there. Everybody's laughing. Scardini almost just hit a big putt. People are excited to get back to the Tournament Central area and start relaxing. It could have been easy to miss that putt. You don't want to put that pressure on Jacob, who goes third for you guys, I believe. Talk about Matt Lawson coming in the clutch in Game 2, Lefty.
I mean, big players make big putts. We knew that's what he was about when we signed him. We know that's what the Galaxy is about. We're not going to shy away from those big moments at all. Mark Brzezicki, our the lifeblood of our cockiness, would have said that there's no way that we're going to miss that shot.
Dan, Bandits, very contrasting vibe to the Galaxy. Much more humble, much better players. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to see their full potential till we get to the woods. They can craft a lot of those weird lines, but still some positives today to get a tie against the Galaxy with 2 tier 1s. What do you think of the play out there for the Bandits?
Yeah, the Bandits really cleaned up their game off the tee in Game 2. Even had a chance to pull out the win there. Shame they only took the lost tie, but it's looking really promising to them. They've got really, really aggressive woods golfers, and their play at Greystone is going to be fierce.
Yeah, nice play from the Bandits out there today. Let's take a look at the leaderboard after the first 3 sets of matches here on opening day. Shouts out again, of course, to the Skylands Disc Golf Club for the beautiful maintenance of this course. As you can see, the Thunder Bay Waves sitting at the top of the leaderboard, tied with the Arctic Tundra. Now, wins are going to count as 2 points and ties are going to count as 1, but we've got that 1-stroke separation against the Milky Way Galaxy, so things are looking good for my Thunder Bay Waves.
Yeah, the Waves came out really strong in the opening matchup against my team, the Rock City Royals. Chris DeMarco, our very own, dropping an absolute dime, 120-something foot throw-in the second game. Just too strong for the Royals there. And then the Tundra coming out in that second matchup, fully utilizing their tier 4 Jose Collateral until Shane Sassone and Travis Rollins decided to get up off their butts. And they just proved to be a little too strong for the New Jersey Goldfinches in that second matchup.
The Milky Way Galaxy are back. They're back at the top of the leaderboard where they belong, although we find ourselves in 3rd place due to stroke differential. But getting that first win was huge. We felt really great. Jacob was on, Matt was on, I was there. Scardino's jump putts weren't enough to propel the Bandits forward. Look forward to seeing the Waves in a few weeks at Greystone.
Yeah, Lefty, your delusions about, being at the top of the leaderboard when you're not. In the beginning of the match, you called yourselves the champs when you haven't won a disc golf championship ever. You won a championship back in 2020 in wiffle ball. He's been hanging on to this thing ever since.
It's all the allure of the Milky Way galaxy.
Yes, absolutely love it. Folks, if you're enjoying the content, do not forget to join us on Instagram at Valley Forge Sports Network. We got a ton of extra stuff we're going to be doing. We're going to be uploading all the Meet the GMs, stats from each week. The Valley Forge Star of the Week, our MVP award, is going to come out each week. We'll have some live voting as well. We'll see you on Instagram at Valley Forge Sports Network, and we will see you next week at Greystone Woods for the Rock City Royals against the Arctic Tundra. Lefty, predictions on that matchup?
Royals in 2.
Let's go.